Mickey and Matt, yeah, they're cranking it up. Jumping down theories like a hyperactive pup. Rambo Joe lit the fuse, Dave said take control. Now we're broadcasting live above the rabbit hole. Ancient aliens, lizard kings, government plots and shadowy things. Laughing while they're chasing the truth in the dark. Are we crazy? Sure, but that's the spark. So smash that like button, buckle in tight. We're going down deeper than a cue drop tonight. 10 for shining, the jokes are rolling. Hold on folks, the truth is scrolling. Yeah, smash that like button. Welcome to the show. We're live above the rabbit hole. Mickey's on the mic, dropping jokes like bombs. Matt's taking notes while he's reading the Psalms. Bigfoot, chemtrails, a man in black. Whatever you believe, it'll make you laugh back. Was it real? Was it stage? Was the moon landing fake? Ask the boys, they know the code. Or at least they'll improvise an episode. Smash that like button, let the madness roll. Welcome to the wild side. Above the rabbit hole.
Well, Matt, I got my first pushback today on Facebook.
You got some pushback?
Yeah, Joe Rambo posted something today on Facebook, and I shared it. And a guy wrote underneath, "Are you seriously promoting Q?" And I wrote back, "Are you seriously saying they're not legit?" And then he just wrote back, "Wow." And I wrote back, "Dude, last time you wrote something on my page, I embarrassed you, and you admitted that I was right."
Well, maybe he hasn't seen all the information either.
No one has.
You know?
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to respond and be like, and I'm going to go, "What do you know about him?" And then he's going to write the shit that everybody writes. And then I'm going to laugh.
You know, he's familiar with the files, but he's got to get himself familiar with what the people in the Q world have been saying for a long time.
Yeah. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be
be
hilarious how people try to come into this movement still saying that the Q people were weird. Like,
yeah,
we're in this movement because of the Q people. Like, all this happened because of the Q people and the investigative journalists who stuck with it. So I'm loving this.
Yeah, and and that's what
they're all taking the bait, and it's hilarious.
And that's what this show's kind of about today too. In that in learning all this stuff, it's obviously changed both of our algorithms. So I don't know about you, but I've got 10 new rabbit holes opening up every single day online for me. I haven't investigated them all. I mean, I've got a ton. I feel like I have a ton of homework to do.
Well, first of all, good morning to the community. Matt is 1,000% right. We talk about it every day. We go through this stuff like you guys, and then your algorithm changes. And it's different on Facebook. It's different on X. It's different on Instagram, depending on what you watch. But, yeah, dude, I mean, it's changed the way we look at things. And I want to just say that some of this stuff, it's like, I didn't even know it was out there. And it's out there and it's big.
Yeah, and we should probably say up front, we're not experts on any of this. Some of these things may not even be true. We haven't thoroughly researched all the stuff that we're going to show today. We just want to show you like what kind of stuff's popping up on our algorithms now. Get your thoughts on what you think about it. And if there are rabbit holes maybe that you find interesting, maybe we'll take a deep dive on one of these shows into one of these things.
I'm ready. Let's get into it, brother. So you want to start with you?
We can.
That's go ahead. Kick it off.
For me, this one popped up and was just mind blowing. Of course, we all know about the Epstein files. We know they're, accused of trafficking children and cannibalism and all this crazy stuff now.
Yeah.
And then, I have this pop up on my my algorithm.
Yeah, so there's the Nickelodeon logo, right? And the perspective I've got, I don't have a full top down, but you can almost see there's that little nub out there.
I think it's just the way that the camera is taking this picture. If you look at a direct bird's eye satellite view of Epstein Island, I mean, it's pretty much the Nickelodeon logo.
Jesus Christ. Look, it's even got the little things.
The little dot. Yeah.
This is gross, dude.
And to be clear here, I looked this up. Epstein bought the island in 1998.
Yep.
Nickelodeon started using that Splat logo in 1984. So you know, I don't know what to think about that. But here's what else I found, man. So Nickelodeon is owned by Paramount.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Paramount is controlled by the Redstone family.
Yep.
Redstone Viacom now appears in complaint emails inside the Epstein
Of
documents.
course, dude.
Yeah.
Remember what's his name? Redstone. No.
I thought it was a woman's name. Let me see. I have something here. It's can you see the name here?
Can you zoom? You probably can't.
Can't zoom on this one. No. But this is just one of the documents, actually. I think there's a bunch of them. You want to hear something else crazy about the Epstein thing that I started to go down this rabbit hole a little bit. But, you know, SpongeBob SquarePants, right?
Dude.
Nickelodeon.
Dude.
Do you know this?
The gay shit in it?
No.
First of all, his best friend is a starfish.
That's not where I was going with
But you
this.
know what I'm saying, dude. It's the gayest show on television.
So this is where I was going.
And there's nothing wrong with it because they hide it really well. But it's
Yeah.
gay as hell, dude. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't care if SpongeBob's gay.
I don't either.
But on SpongeBob's driver's license is the address 124 Conch Street.
Right.
And if you take that address and you
No.
put it into Google Maps,
Don't tell me, dude. It does.
it goes to Little St. James, 124 Conch Street. So you got to type it in 124 Conch Street and then Island, actually, to get this to pop up. And some people online I've seen have reported that they'll get blocked. It won't show anything, or it'll try to redirect to like some Florida address. But this is what, you know, this is what I got when I popped it up.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so scary that it's hilarious. All you can do is laugh. Hey, Matt, are we becoming like, I'm sure this stuff's been out, but are we becoming like Anons?
I don't know what to call. Listen,
I don't know what we are anymore,
you know,
dude.
I found.
What are we, man?
Did you see that giant map that I pulled out the other day? The Great
Yeah,
Awakening
dude,
map.
This thing.
I mean, I found this thing. I mean, look, this is 9 billion rabbit holes
Dude.
that to me looks like there's a common thread among all these things. You know, I mean, do I have to go through all this and deep dive on everything to understand my reality? That's the question I'm asking.
Well, I think the hard part of all this is just accepting that there's truth in it. This is what I'm learning, that
Yeah.
truth itself can be distorted. But you have to back away from it and say, okay, what's the definite truth here? So the definite truth in something like that SpongeBob Island address thing is that it's really weird, right?
Yeah. Could
It's-
it be a coincidence?
Could it be
Sure.
that the island and the logo match and you type the address in SpongeBob
And
in
it goes to Little St. James.
yeah, dude, come on. I mean, and the
And then they're
Bears-
mentioned in the
Right.
families
on.
mentioned in the Epstein files.
this is what arrogance and entitlement does to you.
Yeah.
It believes that you're untouchable. But, you know, the Q people, those crazy racist skinheads that the world doesn't like.
Well, that's what the mainstream would call them, the
Right.
mainstream media.
Right. So they won't even be acknowledged because they've been so misrepresented.
Yeah.
And somebody said to me the other day, they go, dude, you're so talented. You're so funny. Why are you doing this? And I went, well, imagine if you got to use your talents to do good all the time. You'd never have a moment in your career
Yeah.
where you were ashamed of, or you wish you hadn't done it, or you had to do it for money or whatever. I just think if we're in this world and my whole point is trying to expose horrible, horrible people, look, everybody's a piece of shit.
To hopefully make a
I am.
meaningful difference in the world.
In the world.
You
Look,
know?
we're all
Yeah.
pieces of shit in one way or another. We've all said things we regret. We've all done things we wish we'd have had better judgment on.
Let's contemplate our sins right now, man.
Yeah. But the point, Matt, is we all have those.
Yeah.
Right? We all do.
Yeah.
Are there some people that have lived, you know, perfect, so to speak, lives? Of course, man. There are people that are just amazing. The average person is not. But there's a fine line between being a dick or an asshole and being a pedophile and a sex trafficker and a drug dealer
Yeah, and eating babies.
and eating babies.
Yeah.
Like, are we going to, like, come on, man. Are we like they're included into the forgiveness people? Come
Right.
on. You know, a dude calls a guy a C word. He loses his job. The corporation goes away. He's a misogynist. You bang a kid on an island, it gets mentioned in a file.
You want to look at some of your stuff?
Dude, play that Amish kid. That's my favorite thing.
Where is that?
Go up right there, the red
Right
head.
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, let me explain.
Yeah.
So my algorithm, I just scrolled through, and one day I watched this Amish dudes build a barn. Like they let somebody videotape them.
Yeah.
And they put this barn up in like a day, and it was huge. And so then the next thing I know, I got some Amish stuff, and then I came across this kid, Matt. Go ahead and play this.
Homeless, I don't know what you call them. I think it's homeless, because if I was homeless, I'd just build myself a house. Like, some of them are, like, holding up a sign, like, anything helps. Man, we need to get these guys, like, some tool belts or something. A little bit of lumber.
That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard.
Right? I mean, to an Amish kid, he's like,
Yeah.
"You're homeless?
Yeah.
Just build a house." Like, that's hilarious.
Like talking to some jungle kid, right?
Yeah, like,
Like,
what are you doing,
I can
man?
build a tree house in
Yeah, like,
15 minutes.
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
There's wood all around. Just build a house.
Yeah.
Like, to him, that's the answer. Like, since he's been old enough to hold a hammer, he's built houses and barns.
Right.
Why are you homeless?
Might be a little more complicated than that, but yeah, it's a good point. We can find him some little plot of land somewhere. And,
These people don't even have electricity.
yeah.
And it's funny. I watched more about that kid, and what it is he's like there's a clique of Amish that they're still Amish, but they do integrate.
Yeah.
They're not quite Mennonite, which are different, but they're like this weird middle thing where they access the outside world, and they if they're somewhere and they have to be in a building with electricity, they will. But given any opportunity, they're home on their farm, living a natural life.
Yeah.
But they're trying to assimilate.
They don't even have health insurance. I mean, when something
They don't
happens to
get
those
sick
guys,
either.
well, if something does happen, the whole community pitches in and gets
get
them
it
the
fixed.
medical help they
Yeah.
need. Yeah.
Yeah. But you ought to look at the rate of sickness in that community. It's like none.
I'm sure they have probably very little, touch with the outside world.
Dude, when you
just
don't-
their community.
Well, think about it. You eat all natural food. You grow or raise everything you eat.
Yeah.
Everything. Humans survived with nothing for thousands of years. The last 100, we've had everything given to us.
Out there in the fresh air,
Yep.
mostly just horse and buggy, right?
And we're about to enter the most critical time in human history, and nobody knows how to do a damn thing under 40 years old.
Yeah, we're in trouble if it all goes down.
Mm-hmm.
People have forgotten how to do a lot of things.
Tell you how dumb this
you
girl
know?
is. Yesterday I was talking to, and I don't even like to call people dumb, but this is moronic. I said to her, let me just ask you a question. If we lose the power grid, how would you purify water? Do you know? She went like this. Everything is on YouTube. Swear to God. And I went like this. You realize there is no YouTube.
Yeah, it's a
if
good
all this
message to
happens.
get out that one of the biggest, most valuable things we will get if the grid ever does go down is information.
Dude.
So to have books and resources in your house is probably a very good idea.
Yep.
I don't want to start talking prepper with you, but
No, we're not. I'm no prepper. I know tons of preppers, and I'm
yeah,
funny.
yeah, no.
So
it's-
I'll go
I mean,
hang outside their house. They'll feed me.
Oh, they're not letting you in.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I don't own guns,
Yeah,
but I will definitely shoot at the bad guys if you give me a gun.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not responsible enough to be a gun owner. Like, I know I'm not. That's why I never owned guns. I like shooting them. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I understand them.
Yeah.
And I understand that the responsibility of being a gun owner, and especially if you have children, is unreal.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't want one in my house.
Yeah,
I enjoy shooting them too.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
when shit goes down, gun owners call. I'll fire it with
Yeah.
pride.
Got to know how to fire some weapons too.
Yeah.
I think that's a skill everybody should learn.
And I'm a fast learner, dude. And dude, if I got to be the guy behind the lines cleaning shit and fucking
Yeah.
whatever, loading that's me.
Right.
I'm a soldier.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, dig a ditch, get some fresh water in here.
Yeah.
Where's the shovel?
You'll do it for a cup of rice. Won't
Damn
you?
right I would. For this kind of level.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Q-Tip has my back.
yeah.
With the guns. Nothing I love more than a lady with an arsenal.
So,
Rambo in the room. Rambo, you're responsible for this entire show. Matt and I are showing all the things that are in our algorithms now since we met you.
Yeah.
Rambo, I blame you and you only for my life now.
well, he was the one that told us that it was all a movie, right?
Yep.
And that, I learned later on that there's a CIA office in Hollywood, and supposedly they control it. So my wife and I have been like going down these movie
Yeah,
rabbit holes and trying to watch the thing. And have you seen Snake Eyes from 1998?
dude, listen. Okay. So I haven't told this story anywhere yet.
Yeah,
I was going to tell it on Rambo show because the movie came up one time and I kept quiet.
yeah.
So, one time I'm watching this movie, right?
Snake Eyes,
Snake Eyes.
Yep.
What year did that come out?
1998.
Right. I was with a girl named Jen then. And Jen was like a big movie person too. Like she loved movies. I love movies. And we're watching this movie. And I remember about 3/4 of the way through it, I figured it out. I knew it. Right. And she goes, how the hell did you figure that out? And I went, well, what else would make sense? Like, how could all this coincidence take place if it wasn't planned to the T?
You mean with the Charlie Kirk stuff? Is that what you
I
mean?
meant in the movie. I figured out the movie,
Oh, I see.
I
figured. I see
the ending.
Yeah.
I knew how it ended.
Gotcha.
Now, cut to, that game? I forget where it came from. I think Korea. It was huge during the pandemic. Squid Games.
Squid Games.
Remember the first season?
Yeah,
Right? When that
amazing show.
my son had watched it, the whole thing, Mikey, and I wish he was here to witness this. I swear to you, dude, this is a God's honest truth. So I said, what's the show about? And he goes, well, there's like a mastermind who makes all these people play a game and you get eliminated by death. And I'm like, Jesus, all right. And he's like, it's all psychological and it's like mind games. And I'm like, this is my kind of show.
And then they harvest the organs.
Right. Now, dude, listen.
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Uh-huh.
God's honest truth. So he's next to me. We put the show on. We're watching it. 12 minutes, about 15 into the show. I looked at him. I went, the old man's the mastermind. And he goes, and he looks at me like he turned white.
Yeah.
And he goes, Dad, what did you watch this?
See, he'd already seen it.
He watched the whole series.
Yeah.
And I go, the old guy is the mastermind. And he goes, Dad, how did you saw this?
Yeah.
I said, buddy, I never saw it in my life. He goes, okay, tell me exactly how you know it. I went, well, who's the only guy on this thing that's not afraid? And everything he says is wise.
Yeah, sometimes you pick up on those little things.
I
And you
pick up
can
on them.
figure the plots out.
Dude,
you know?
I have spoiled movies for myself
Yeah.
20 times.
Yeah.
And it's because, dude, nothing else. I'm a storyteller. I know where places are.
Yeah.
I know what matters, what are arches and arcs and things. And it's just, so watch it. So go ahead.
Yeah, well, with the
Snake
Snake
Eyes
Eyes thing, and like I said, this came out in 1998.
Yep.
And it was horrible acting, by the way.
I love Nicolas Cage, and I love,
he's
what's his name?
ridiculous.
The guy that played the bad guy.
Oh yeah, he
Gary
was
Sinise, right?
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah,
right?
Gary Sinise.
Yeah, he's
Who,
great.
by the way, what a patriot that son of a bitch is. If you don't know much about Gary Sinise, dude, that guy, as far as I'm concerned, maybe I don't know things about him that Q will tell me and I'll hate him.
Yeah.
But that dude, everything I've ever seen that guy do is about veterans and he cares. So anyway.
A lot of the Anons watching have probably put all this together before, but we went back and watched it, and we're just like, oh my! We were staring at each other the whole time.
Yeah.
while
Well,
watching this.
Rambo just said that him and Dave did Snake Eyes on 2 different episodes.
Is that right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
gonna
a real
have to go watch
thing.
that.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
get into it.
Yeah.
Buckle up, because Charlie Kirk's assassination story just got even weirder. In 1998, there was a movie released called Snake Eyes, in which a political figure named Charles Kirkland was assassinated by a sniper.
Okay.
Charles Kirkland.
Dude, I'm pointing these things out as this video goes for
Yeah.
the newbies, the normies, so that they realize this isn't just like a weird, like the amount of serious coincidences
And
makes you
there's a lot.
keep going.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So
We may pause this a couple times.
Charles Kirkland,
Charlie Kirk
main character.
in the movie
Right.
is Charles Kirkland in 1998.
Yeah.
This is compared to Charlie Kirk getting shot.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah.
buddy.
Eyes, in which a political figure named Charles Kirkland was assassinated.
Charles Kirkland, political figure, right?
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Kirkland was assassinated by a sniper being shot in the neck. And it gets way weirder than this. Charles James Kirk, his full name, is awfully similar to Charles Kirkland. The date of the assassination in the movie, September 10th. The date Charlie Kirk was assassinated, September 10th.
I think that was disputed, though.
I think it was too.
I think the actual date you see on that poster is September 18th.
Is that right?
Just saying. But look. There's way more coincidences in here.
Go ahead.
The place in which he was killed was a public venue in the movie. The place in which Charlie Kirk was killed, public venue. Both shot in the neck.
Both shot same side of the neck.
Yeah, it's keep going.
In the movie, a key character in the conspiracy is a boxer named Lincoln Tyler.
Lincoln Tyler.
The man arrested in connection with the assassination of Charlie Kirk is Tyler Robinson. Now hang with me here, because this is when it gets really weird. In the movie, the conspiracy is around a weapons deal gone bad with Israel. And the character who masterminds the assassination is Commander Kevin Dunn. And he explains his plan to Detective Rick Santoro, played by Nicolas Cage. He says that he used a known Palestinian terrorist as the sniper to kill Kirkland. In essence, he used a Palestinian connection in the movie's plot as the red herring. And it's a key part of the conspiracy to misdirect the investigation away from the real reason for the assassination, which is a corrupt defense contract with Israel. Now, if this doesn't scream red flag, I don't know what does. This is crazy. Tell me that this is not just like the whole Lincoln Kennedy situation all over again.
And by the way,
Do you know the
Lincoln Tyler, they call him Tyler the Executioner in the movie. That's like his boxing name.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler
the Executioner.
The Executioner.
Tyler Richardson's
executed
Charlie Kirk. Now, have you ever seen the Lincoln?
Tyler Robinson.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Lincoln?
Kennedy? It's wild stuff. But did you ever notice this too? This is so the movie poster for the film.
Yep.
Nicolas Cage displays a very distinctive hand gesture, and Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump have also been seen making this hand gesture.
I do that too.
I was going to say it's a common hand gesture.
Putting the fingertips together.
Yeah.
I don't. That one's irrelevant to me. Honestly, that one doesn't mean F all to me. I'm just saying, if I'm going to be real about this, certain things I'm going to go, nah, not, doesn't belong in the story.
Well, let me tell you something else that when Liz and I were watching this movie, we noticed there were mentions of cheese pizza in the movie.
Yeah.
There was mention of the word yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Which this is all the kind of the pedophile stuff.
Get Trey down.
And then in addition to that, they mentioned chickens, which is also pedophile lingo.
Yeah,
I
there's
guess.
a bunch of all that. I mean, but I mean, those are common words. Those are common foods. They could very
they
easily
are, man, but very weird that it's all in that movie together.
Yeah.
The
No, I
coincidence
agree
of
with
all
you,
that.
buddy.
Yeah.
I totally agree. It's bizarre. It says that Mickey, the hand gesture is tip of the spear, and it matters. It is the inversion of the Cabal pyramid. So you're turning the pyramid upside down, basically.
Isn't that also like a symbol? They tell people it's a powerful stance to stand like that, but maybe that's where that came from. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
My whole world has been turned upside down.
Me too, buddy. Me too, man. It's wild as hell. By the way, Jesse Jackson died.
Yes.
Yesterday. That's a shame.
Yeah.
We're not going to have anybody make up words anymore. You remember him doing speeches? That dude would make up we must geographize as a place. Geographize? Right. What?
Yeah.
He would just make up words. I love the guy, though, man. I thought
the Jesse Dictionary.
Yeah, dude. That guy used to cry. Listen, I thought he was a race-baiting hustler. Just call him what he is, but he tried to do good, just got caught up with them paychecks. Remember when he tried
Rest his soul.
Remember when he tried to shake down NASCAR?
Yeah.
And NASCAR went, F off. Hey, black people don't watch us. We don't really care. And he walked away. That's hilarious. I got a little donation here. Freedom Gardener 17. Okay, you guys are proving to master the art of the dig. Watch the edge of that rabbit hole, boys. You're all going down fast.
I've been slipping. It's slippery.
Dude,
The rabbit hole is slippery.
Hey, listen to the difference between you and I. I
Yeah.
got to the top of the rabbit hole, and I put, what's that stuff called when you go in caves? Kerplunking or something? Whatever. What's it called?
It's spelunking.
Spelunking. I like kerplunking.
I like it too.
Yeah, well, you went spelunking.
We'll go with that.
I went spelunking and dug in.
Uh-huh.
Bro, you got to the top of the rabbit hole, put a parachute on, and dove in, dude. You did like it took me 3-4 months to get all this.
I feel like I still got a harness.
Yeah.
I'm attached
No, bro.
to the rim of the
I
rabbit
think
hole.
you're further down than I am.
Look, I haven't done deep dives on all this stuff yet, but it's some wild stuff popping up. Things that I've heard from other people,
Yeah.
before in this movement and
Yeah.
just people throughout my life.
Let's go
that,
kerplunking.
that sounded like crazy talk at the time, but now
Isn't it crazy, bro?
I'll almost believe anything, man.
Yeah, that's the weirdness of this movement. By the way, it's an important moment based on what you just said. I almost believe anything.
No, I want my critical factor to stay intact, though.
And I think a lot of the
And I'm
people in
trying to
this
do that.
room address that all the time.
Yeah.
Don't believe it all. Be, critical think. Could this really happen? Would this really affect this? Rambo's asking for the link. Rambo, it's pinned to the top, bro. He wants to come on.
It's
with
also
us.
in the description as well.
Yeah, come. Is he in the chat room? Make sure he
No.
didn't come on with us.
Should be at the top of the chat, and then you can also go to the description of this on Rumble and find the link there as well.
Yeah. Let me. I don't know how to send him. I can't do it. The only way he could do it was inside the room.
He'll find it.
Yeah, he will.
Do you want to jump into one of your videos?
I don't just play with that dude. It don't matter who, what.
What is this here? You want to go with this one?
Well, okay. So in my algorithm, I'm very political. I like politics. I do. I like watching the art of political debate. I like watching the what do you call it? BS and all of it. I do. I enjoy all that. And by the way, we haven't stated this. I don't know if you saw it. Marco Rubio in Germany at the Munich thing. And I'm not going overboard here. If you watch it, I believe we have not seen a public speech to the world by any leader like that since maybe Reagan at the wall when he told Gorbachev to tear it down, and it did. Before that, maybe Kennedy and then before that, Churchill. Marco Rubio, to me, the other day, say whatever you want about him, he made me proud to be an American. And I just want to publicly say to Marco Rubio, I listened to every word, and I thought you were an American patriot on the world stage. You put us first. You told communism and radical Islam to go F itself in front of the world. I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of this country, which led me to the critiques that we're about to hear from the genius junior senator from Brooklyn. Let's hear her.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, even the Democrats are criticizing her at this point.
She's a congressman, by the way, not a junior senator. Yeah, go ahead and throw
You know, we look at what happened in Venezuela, for example. It is not it is not a remark on who Maduro was as a leader. He canceled elections. He was an anti-democratic leader. That doesn't mean that we can kidnap a head of state and engage in acts of war just because the nation is below the equator.
Ladies and
gentlemen, I give you your Mora.
I threw that in there. I swear to God, I threw that in at the end, dude. Anyway, take that down, Matt, because what I want to tell you about what she just said. She literally said, Maduro, however you say it right. I don't speak Spanish, but she did. However you say that
Gotta
properly.
get that R roll, man.
Yeah. So Maduro, right? Maduro.
There you go.
You can't go in and kidnap a president of a sitting. Listen, when that leader of that country is sending billions of drugs, selling oil to our enemies to keep them afloat so they can attack us, yeah, we can, bitch.
I mean, just like anybody delivering narcotics into our country.
1,000%.
And she even stated that this guy was not on the up and up.
Right, but she has a problem that we go take this guy out and free the Venezuelan people. Now, Rubio gives the speech. Here's what she said. The next one, Matt, next to us. Listen to this.
I think what we identify is that in a rules-based order, hypocrisy is vulnerability. And so I think what we are seeking is a return to a rules-based order that eliminates the hypocrisies around when too often in the West we look the other way for inconvenient populations to act out these paradoxes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your moron.
Dude, this is the woman that's representing our country on the world stage.
Yeah.
She just said a bunch of nothing. And then I don't have the other. She went on to say, Rubio likes to say that he remembers chasing the cowboy thing back to Spain, how important Europe is to America and what it brought. And the Cowboys can root it all the way back to Spain. Then she says, well, I think the people of Mexico and Africa would have something to say about
You
that.
might want to check that.
Yeah, like horses came to America from Spain.
Sure.
There weren't any here, idiot. Literally, horses came from Spain.
Yeah.
Idiot.
And look at this, by the way, Mick.
Yeah.
NASCAR numbers came in first and second place this past weekend at Daytona, 46 and 47. Coincidence?
Listen, you whatever they're called. What is it called? Gematria,
Yeah.
whatever.
You know what actually popped up on my algorithm too? And let me see if I can find this, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of sports,
yeah.
I mean, is everything just rigged now? I mean, this is a former NFL player talking about how he got a contract to fix the NFL.
So they at least gave me a script. I don't want to speak for nobody else. I don't want to speak for the team, but they gave me a script. And unfortunately, when I read it, during camp, I'm like, bro, we can only win 3 games. Like, I was pissed about that. So yeah, like when I seen that script, I was definitely mad because I knew what was going to happen all season, man. I hate when they do that. Tell us what to do, what's going to go on, how the season's going to go, because they're like, yeah, man, you got to pack your bags up early, Cancun, Cabo, whatever it is, but, here's the script, bro.
And of course,
so that's former Buccaneers Super Bowl champion Dwight Smith, right?
It's insane what he just said, Matt. But listen, I'm sorry. If you look in the chat room right now, News Treason and Rambo are both screaming at the top of their lungs, basically. This is from News Treason. And guys, thank you for the donations. None of you need to do that to come on this show. Anyway, it says, AOC is literally an actress. She works for Trump and the military. She was placed after the 2018 election and Trump's September 2018 thing on election fraud. Much love, Jeff. That's the thing about this community. Dude, listen to me. We're saying things from a normie perspective, and these geniuses are right here. And they come in, they go, hold up, boys. Just know what you're talking about.
We got Rambo right here.
Did he come in?
What's up, buddy?
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa. You look me in the eyes right now. Screw you. I hate you. You have ruined my life. you piece of crap. You have ruined my life. I haven't touched myself in 11 days.
We
I don't know what's happening.
What day. We don't know. We don't know anything about history anymore.
I don't know what the world
literally
is.
Everything you've emptied out of our heads. It's brand new now.
So go ahead, bro. What did you want to say, man? I know you're going to bring in some shit and blow our minds, and you're going to make me hate you more. And I love you at the same time.
Okay. All right. Hold on. So I'm gonna share the screen twice. So you guys started with Snake Eyes, right?
Yes, sir.
Dave and I, Patrick.
Yeah.
You guys went deep, huh?
We went 2 full shows into it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
When I stumbled onto this thing, it was very early in the Charlie Kirk got shot and killed psyop.
I remember I talked to you like 2 days after you had done this, and I didn't even want to hear it. You're like, dude, Charlie's not dead. And I'm like, I gotta go. So go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
Well, I only have a minute because I got to do my show, but I want to. I just want to throw two more things in at you because I love watching that Matt's now being red pill. All right.
Is that what's happening to me right
Dude,
now,
let me explain
Rambo?
real quick, Rambo. I know you got to go. But here's what these guys did, right?
Yeah.
We call them ultra nerds, all this stuff, making fun of them. You know what they did? These
What's that?
smart sons. They literally did this on purpose. They finally got to a point where they were like, "Listen, we've spoken to everybody that'll listen. We need to get some broadcasters in here and ruin their lives." And these guys did it. Go ahead, buddy.
Mickey, just so you're aware, I'm going to say this so nobody knows, but me and Dave were just talking and we were like, hey, Mickey knows a lot of comedians.
Dude,
maybe
I'm ahead of
he
you.
knows some that are in the middle that we could get on and maybe
I'm ahead.
create this thing.
Dude, listen. There is a show that I'm putting together right now, Joe.
Yes.
I'm going to screw it. All right, here it is. We weren't going to talk about it. Me and Matt are putting together a show that is basically like a gut-felt idea. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm ripping off the concept.
Yeah.
I'm going to host it with Matt. I'm going to have you on treason. I'll have a comedian. I'll have a liberal. And what you guys will give me topics. They will give me topics. Matt and I will moderate and watch you guys destroy each other with truth. It's going to be, I'm telling you now, and it's what it's going to do. It's really going to help you geniuses connect to the normie world. Because right now, doing the shows the way we're all doing them, it's so heavy and deep. And when we get to a part where we can all lighten up and just start talking real, dude, the show, within 30 days, this show will be together. And we will do our first episode. And I don't care if you have to cancel your son's whatever. The date of that show, you're on it, Rambo. And so is treason. And
I'm in.
It's going to be amazing. All right, go ahead, buddy.
We'll figure it out. I got to do this quick because I'm literally now 37 minutes behind on finishing my show prep.
You want me to bring this up?
Well, I want to go back to you guys brought up Snake Eyes, right? So you touched on the Kirk stuff.
Yep.
It is something that we looked very deep into because here's how I look at things. When you look into something and there's like one really weird anomaly, you're like, oh, well, that's crazy. So let me see if I see more. So you look deeper and then there's another one that's even bigger. And in this case with the Charlie Kirk stuff, it was like a never ending psyop. And so the Snake Eyes thing, you guys could probably do a full episode on if you really.
Oh, we're going to definitely. Yeah.
Now I went and grabbed two things for you guys just to add to that real quick, maybe to hopefully blow Matt's mind. Actually called Dave for one of them, which is cool that he stopped in as well in the chat. And while he was doing that for me, I was grabbing the video. So do the first one. That's the white. It's the graphic. This is what Dave grabbed real quick.
Is this the Rambo thing right here?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah,
Yes.
here we go.
Okay. This is Erica Kirk's X account on September 10th before the shooting. She drops and had this pinned to the top of her account, by the way. 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. And drop 461.
Holy shit. Dude, what makes a movie good?
Wow.
Great actors.
You know, I was telling
I hate you, Joe Rambo.
Liz and I were watching her first TV appearance or whatever when she first jumped on TV after it all happened, and right away I was like, that does not look like a woman whose husband just passed away,
dude.
Fireworks.
Yeah. What do you think about you think Charlie Kirk is still alive?
No, I would tend to tell everybody that I believe Charlie Kirk to be part of the secret 60,000 man army. There's another good show for you guys, by the way.
Wait. Answer that more directly, Joe. Do you think Charlie Kirk's alive? Yes or no?
Yeah. I don't believe a thing that we were told about Charlie Kirk.
Wow.
Now, here's another question.
The freaking thing is called Turning Point.
Right. I get it, bro. I get it.
Talked about the shot heard round the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was recruited right out of high school.
We just saw that drop with Matrix on Monday.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, dude. So Rambo, let me ask you this last question. I know you got to go, bro, and I will let you.
I got one more thing for you.
Okay, but real quick, do you think the world will ever see Charlie Kirk again?
You know, if they ever let us know where Valhalla is, I'm sure we will. I'm not sure. I don't know the answer to that, bro.
Fair enough. All right, let's go to the next thing. All right,
All
what
right.
do you got?
So before you play it,
Yep.
Charlie Kirk was assassinated, same as the date that this was pinned, September 10th, 2025. Okay. Erica Kirk has been portrayed, painted publicly as this super uber religious young lady that took over Turning Point, and now chapters have spread around the country, if not the planet. It's been that big a deal. Okay. This is a video from, I want to say, hold on, let me be accurate. I think I still have it here.
This is an ad, to be clear, Rambo, you said?
Yeah, typically I'm much more. Okay. 13 years ago. So I want you guys to do the math on that. That's right around the same time that we believe that the 60,000 man secret army was exposed. That would be the second term of Barack Obama. Same time Doge was founded. The same time many things were put in place to allow for what's happening right now.
You got to get me up to speed real quick on the 60,000 man army. Is that what we're talking about? The military who is taking control of?
What I want, Matt, you are such a great researcher, bro. You've been doing this stuff for so long. What I want you to do is search for the article that talks about the 60,000 man army. And I don't mind, after I'm done doing my show, I'll send you the link to ours if you guys want to watch that.
For sure. Thank you.
And Treason just came in. He said, you need to let me come on and do a show on the 60,000 man secret army.
You do. He's a master. He's been through it twice already. He's very, very good at it.
And News Treason, Dave, stop paying every time you want to say something. I know you're rich and we're not, but you don't need to.
You guys have an open invitation to this show at any time.
Yeah.
Okay.
This show is because of you assholes. Go ahead, man.
Well, look. Okay, so right before you play it, this is a video that that Erica was the she was like the female star in a country video. Okay,
right.
I want you to watch the video, listen to the words, apply it to what's going on, and when I want you to notice somewhere around maybe 75% of the way through the video, they do a zip line. And I want you to notice the number that's hugely spotlighted on the side of the wall. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
She's got a butterfly tat on the back of a you-know-where. I let her lie by the white and landed there. It's what you get for getting tipsy at the county fair. My baby's my kind of crazy. $1 million smile and a $500 car. She talks to Jesus every morning before it starts. Hates the way it drives, but loves the way it parks by the river in the moonlight, listening to the AM station 'cause the antenna's missing. She's my kind of Sunday driving, rolling down the back roads, hanging out the window, riding with her hair in the wind and her hands in the sky like she's flying. She's my
Hold on. Bro. Does that not look like a cue?
in the sky like she's flying.
A cue right there.
Oh my God.
Up on the billboard or the building, whatever that is.
She's my kind of ponytail pretty. Sounds like the country, looks like the city. I march along to whatever out of time drum she plays me. She's my kind of crazy. Better a Benji that you wouldn't hood surf my truck. I had a pig, but she just kept yelling speed up. She did it twice, said you owe me a couple $100. But keep your money, I'll take an eye on you. On an ice cream cone and some high heel shoes. She's my kind of Sunday driving, rolling down the back roads, hanging out the window, riding with her hair in the wind and her hands in the sky like she's flying. She's my kind of ponytail pretty. Sounds like the country, looks like the city. I march along to whatever out of time drum she plays me. She's my kind of crazy. My
What?
Dude.
9/10/10/10.
Oh my God, it's the date.
That's the date he passed away. 9/10, right?
Well, 9/10's the day also the day she pinned this post. What makes a movie good? Great actors.
Wow.
Hold on. They literally focus on the 9/10, right? So it's there in Vegas,
right?
But they take a moment while it flies by to stay on it. Here, I'll back up just a little bit.
Sure.
And watch it yourself in real time.
Hanging at the window, hiding with her hair in the wind and her hands in the sky, like she's flying. She's my kind of ponytail pretty, sounds like the country, looks like the city. I march along to whatever out of time drum she plays me. She's my kind of crazy.
All right, take that down. I gotta go do my show. But yeah,
I know, bro. I got to say this to you before you walk off. Last thing. The most shocking part of that whole video is that Erica Clark has a tramp stamp. Nobody mentioned that. That's what I said. She has a tramp stamp. Did you see it?
I did. It's a butterfly.
Yeah, big one.
Mentioned in the song.
So, Joe, bad guy, good guy, Erica Kirk.
Actor.
Are there things in the lyrics that you found suspicious?
Is the Penguin in the Batman movies a bad guy, or is it a movie so that you gain a message?
I get it, bro. All right,
dude. I'm gonna need about 3 days with you on the phone.
Dude, I just had to show you just a couple little things. I mean, telling you,
if you can clear your schedule.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm going to ask you in front of everybody. You free Monday?
Probably. 99%.
Up to you. Text me later. Q School Monday. Maybe I'll ask Treason if he wants to do 60,000 man army for Q School.
That might be fun. Yeah.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's the thing about next week. We have Abs in his. We have some things happening next week. Might be tough.
Do your thing, bro. I just asked.
Let's talk behind the scenes.
All right, bro. Have a great show,
real quick
man.
question, Rambo.
Yeah.
Is there something in the Truman Show too? Because I'm going to show this video in a minute. You don't have to get into it, but
yeah, the Truman Show. They live. Watch Geostorm. It's literally in the drops with the Q on the mug. We are everywhere. Barack Obama is now producing movies. Don't Look Up. I mean, what needs to be understood right now is there is a level of messaging that's coming from. You know what you should play, Matt?
Yeah, what's that?
I don't think you saw it yet. Look up the Ghost in the Machine video,
dude.
And play that, and then understand when it says we are everywhere and the drops the line we are everywhere, that's the messaging we're getting now. This is the process. What you guys are going through right now is intentional, and it wasn't my fault.
I know it wasn't. You were just smart enough to
and we're
realize.
Just kidding when we say your fault, man. We appreciate you, and we're lucky to have guys like you in our corner, man. Walking us through this.
No, Matt, don't let him off the hook. Screw that guy. Ruin my life.
I got something caught in my throat.
All right, bro. Have a great show. We'll rage you. Love you, man.
Love you too,
buddy. That guy's the greatest, man. Dude, how lucky are we? It's
know,
like
man.
We're talking baseball, and then we go like this. Hey, dude, call up Eddie Murray or Cal Ripken. Get him on the show real quick. I need to ask him something. I don't know what to do. I think this is
So we just been Liz and I just been watching all these movies.
Yeah,
man.
right.
And one of them is the Truman Show, as I just mentioned too. You want to see this stuff that's in the Truman Show?
Damn right.
Be about a Freemason's journey to enlightenment. So what kicks off Truman's journey to enlightenment? The falling canister from the ceiling, labeled Sirius. Sirius is known as the morning star, the fallen angel, Lucifer the lightbringer, who brings knowledge to humanity. Represented by the blazing star in Freemasonry, sat between the two pillars of Jachin and Boaz. In this shot, shot, we see the fallen star Sirius between two pillars that grabs Truman's attention, the two pillars being Yakin and Boaz. So Truman essentially receives esoteric knowledge from Sirius and begins to question his reality. We see that every outcome of Truman's life is being governed by what some might call an overbearing father, or the Gnostic demiurge, which in this case is given the name of Christoph, or Christ of, or of Christ. When Truman finally breaks free of this controlling deity, he ascends up the Masonic steps towards self-governance. Here we can see 16 steps, as well as the waters below, as above so below, with what we can assume is the reflection of the waters below. That would total 32 steps, or 32 degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Obviously the 33rd degree being the most notable, however this is a more symbolic, honorary, invite-only degree. No initiate can get there through just Masonic scholarship. It is the Gnostic perspective that the material world is a trap, an illusion, a prison of sorts, governed and controlled by a lower creator, a more malevolent version of the god archetype, or grand architect. And that, to escape this material illusion, one must break free through enlightenment and self-gnosis. Some say the G in Masonry stands for gnosis, or Gnosticism. However, that's one of many interpretations that include grand architect, generative principle, Jesu or Jesuit general, God, goat, geometry, and others. And so Truman undergoes this journey of Gnostic enlightenment and breaks free of his controlling father. Also, somewhat interesting that Richard Rothschild was one of the producers of this film. Shout out to him.
Wow. I don't know. I haven't researched any of that stuff, but if it's true, that is, I mean, that's wild, man. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
These are moments where you have to stop and take pause, because when you watch somebody break that down like that, you go, makes perfect sense. But it doesn't mean it's the exact thing the guy's saying, right?
Well, sure. Could it be a coincidence is what you're saying?
I don't even mean a coincidence, Matt. I meant, could it be messaging that's purposely planted, but maybe not that exact message? Could someone else take those same things and come up with a different analogy or a prophecy?
Like the Nostradamus effect. Like you can take these cryptic words and then match it up with the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Or match it up with, the Twin Towers.
But here's where it gets tricky. When it's that deep, that methodical, and that obvious, you kind of have to stop and go, maybe there's some truth.
Yeah, maybe there's something to it.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat room keeps saying that Rambo created this monster. Speaking of which, KHPA, I'm watching on the replay double speed to catch up. The hand gesture is also a Maduro had a bounty on him. The USA cashed in. AOC said Venezuela was below the equator. Yeah, I forgot that. It's not. It's above the equator.
Right. Yeah.
Dummy. So, Matt, this stuff's just, I mean, I think the cool part about this show is we don't spend 2 days on one topic. What we're trying to do is just tell people, dude, look at this stuff. Get into this yourself. Don't be influenced by creative minds.
Well, I haven't fully explored all this stuff either. Like, it's stuff I need to look into to see if I actually think there's some credibility to some of this stuff.
I mean, there's some of it that I want to do a show on and challenge it, but I want to understand why. I want the audience to understand why I'm challenging it. I'm not challenging it because I want to prove somebody wrong or this is bad or you guys suck. It's more about why can't you guys just talk about the other side as well? That's how the normies will all understand this. When you take in different perspectives, then use critical thinking.
Yeah.
So that's all. But dude, I'm telling you, you open these doors and people will find their way in.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Dude, for me, it was Charlie Kirk getting shot.
Well, I wanted to go back to Charlie Kirk actually too.
Sure.
Have you seen the book thing? This is another thing that started popping up on my on my algorithm too.
I can't remember.
Look at this. Let's put this on screen from Amazon. Put the full screen up, please. The shooting of Charlie Kirk. Yeah, blow that up. Why does Amazon have the shooting of Charlie Kirk by Anastasia J. Casey posted one day before he was murdered? And then they updated it, and it's on the Internet Archive. That's been checked. It happened a day. September 9th. So it was already out there, And then they updated it today. Publication date, September 9th.
So they wrote a book called The Shooting of Charlie Kirk that came out
the day before
on Amazon on September 9th.
The day before he got shot.
Charlie Kirk was shot on the 10th.
Right. And then
they updated it
and re-released
the next day on the
11th.
11th. Yeah. I mean, and look, even if it did, who writes a book in one day? Even if it was like some kind of mistake or something.
And then what did you update it with?
Yeah.
What was the update? Like, did they get a couple names wrong? Like, well,
I don't know, man, but just the fact that that was on Amazon the day before Charlie Kirk died. And I think everybody's probably seen this video, but this is why. I mean, this is the shooting. This guy in the olive green shirt who's got like the whatever it is, some kind of thing on his shirt, some kind of detonator or something.
Yeah. Before we play that, I just want to tell everybody we are almost to 1,000 in the room, Matt, and we are at 333 likes. This show's incredible, and thanks everybody. Please keep smashing the like button when you donate. If we miss it, we're so sorry, but I promise you guys are amazing for us. So
yeah,
go ahead, buddy.
And if you guys are just joining us, this is just this is our algorithm we wanted to share with you today.
This is what the shit's coming up on our social medias that we're
since we started learning about stuff.
Yep.
So we wanted to talk to you guys and get your input. We're going to take some calls in a bit, and also get your input on it. And if there's any rabbit holes you want us to go down, you think it's something of substance, we'll do that. But here's the Charlie Kirk shooting.
Literally at the exact same time as the gunshot noise. So this pretty much convinced me that this theory is quite compelling and needs to be seriously investigated.
What the heck is that? What the heck is that?
That guy's scratching his arm, man. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Like, I'm serious here. I'm
watch it. Right when he shot.
Mormons have more kids than they can afford.
Look, ready? Right as soon as he shot.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So this pretty much convinced me that this theory is quite compelling and needs to be seriously investigated.
He triggered something. He enabled something.
Mormons have more kids than.
Now I'm wondering, Anons, I think some of them think he's still alive. Was that him firing off a blood pack that shot off in Charlie Kirk's shirt, do they think? Or do they think that this guy shot him? First off, who is this guy? Do we know who the guy is?
How come
bizarre, man. How come nobody's talked to that guy?
No, I totally agree, dude. Totally.
And in addition to that, I had we should ask Rambo about this.
What's that?
I don't know if you remember, if anybody's gone down a deep rabbit hole with this, but there was a guy right after he was shot. It was an older guy. It was like a senior citizen that they arrested.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then obviously they said that wasn't the guy. And then they had some kind of charges on him for, I think it was like child predator charges, and they put him in jail.
Yeah.
And nobody was ever even able to talk to that guy again.
Yeah. No, this is insane, dude.
Yeah.
Hey man, we got people like do you want to incorporate some people in?
Yeah, let's there's more to this though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Can afford.
Here you have the shooter signaling to someone else saying, 5 minutes until the shot. And look carefully who is watching the signal. Watch again. Here the man in the blue shirt turns on his video glasses. I only know this because I have the same glasses. A minute later, he signals 4-minute mark. Here he looks over to see if Tyler Robinson is on the roof in position, then fixes the detonator on his left shoulder bicep.
Whoa.
Look carefully at the bulge on his shoulder.
What?
Around the world, I have no idea. I have my team is Mormon. Terrell's a Mormon. Andrew's a Mormon. So everything I say, everybody, I'm an evangelical Christian.
The assassin now points his watch outwards and tells everyone to watch the time. Then
There he goes. He
literally
engages
at the
whatever that thing
exact
is.
same time as the gunshot.
I mean, just craziness. I mean, there's way more to it too. I'm sure those guys probably went down a huge rabbit hole with that. But then you got the guy
Well,
that
we'll have treason on.
the guy that jumped over the table and he like handed something off to a guy who ran away with it. And it's some sketchy stuff.
But it's weird to me because I'm not kidding you, Matt. Do you remember calling when I called you that day? Do you remember that day?
Yeah, I mean, I think I sent you a text early in that day.
You sent me. What had happened was I was online and like I have this news app and a thing came up. It said Charlie Kirk shot. And I was like, what? And then my phone goes off and it's you. Dude, they shot Charlie Kirk. And I immediately just went on television. And Matt, in the next hour of my life, my life shattered because I literally said out loud, if you remember, I said it to you. I said, evil just killed the messenger.
Yeah, I mean, people felt that, man. I mean, the Q drop says the shot heard round the world.
Dude,
right?
And then when you saw the public speaking about Charlie the way they did, the haters, that's when I knew we are lost with each other. Literally, I have this guy that I debate with on Facebook who is a good guy, but he's just an idiot. And he basically, that day, he texted, Kirk shot, thoughts and prayers with this, like that emoji, right? And I literally just wrote one, I went, you're a douche. And then he tried to defend it. Well, every time a school shooting happens, people say thoughts and prayers. I'm like, yeah, that's what happens in tragedy when you have God. You turn to him and say, please give me the strength and the clarity to get through this. And these people mock it. And then they call him a Nazi and all this other shit. And that's when something just went off in my brain.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't want to be friends.
Watched him, you know?
Yeah, I don't want to be friends with people like this that are such sheep that they believe like a guy like Charlie Kirk, who basically told everyone in the world, just come talk to me. Let me try to tell you what I
literally
think.
Put the microphone down on the stool and say, you have the stage.
You talk.
Yeah.
And then
I
they'd
hear
ask
what you have to say.
Then he'd ask him questions. And here's the thing. He never lied. He never said anything other than this. I don't like abortion. I think women should get married and raise children and be traditional husband and wife. People just hated that idea. What about the people that like that idea? Who's it offending? We're not telling any woman out there to get, we're saying it's not a bad
he wasn't.
life.
He was very careful to separate his religious beliefs from his political beliefs, too.
Agreed.
So,
agreed.
And tell me what you make of this, man. This is another weird fact in that whole thing. You know that the arena for his memorial supposedly was booked months in advance.
Say it again.
You know, the arena where Turning Point did his memorial.
2.5 months in advance.
2.5 months in advance. Listen, could it have been like a rally or something they were going to hold, or
I looked into
event?
that.
Yeah,
they had it was it was supposed to, I think it was supposed to be like a last minute rally, political rally that they actually just ended up turning into Charlie's service. But that originally it was going to be, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I try to bring both sides in. Anyway,
right,
dude, this is crazy, bro. We're gonna freeze for a second, but we're fine. Don't
no,
worry.
we're not gonna freeze right now. I'm just grabbing something that another rabbit hole that I kind of went down that was disturbing to me. If I could find this
before we get into that, why don't we bring a guest or two in who've been waiting? I think Brian and Beer at the Parade has been waiting a while too. And I didn't even see Shelly. We need to get her on.
All right, let's bring in Beer at the Parade. You're on Above the Rabbit Hole. How are you?
Nice to meet you two gentlemen. I have heard great things about you, and today you have proven their points to be correct. You guys are going to go big in this. Just stay humble. Your chemistry is fantastic.
Thank you.
For old farts like me, down the rabbit hole for 8+ years. I got my anniversary, my 100-month anniversary coming up on the 2nd.
Oh, wow.
What's the name of your show, man? I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. I'm on Rumble. It's Beer at the Parade, all one word.
Awesome. What was your trigger, man? What started the whole thing for you?
Just a random drop that appeared on YouTube, which should have never appeared on my feed in a million years. And it was so random. I watched a guy reading one of the early drops, And with a background in Army intelligence, I immediately read it from the bottom to the top to see if there was hidden meanings. And there were, and I knew whoever was writing these was super smart. And I was
that's such a cool perspective, man. Hearing you say that.
Pierre Dupre, you were, what is your name? Is that what you want to be referred to?
Oh, no, my name's Scott Zimmerman.
Let me ask you a question. So how long were you in the Army?
Just 4 years, early 80s. I fixed the electronics we used to spy on the Russians.
Gotcha. So, but you understand the inner workings of the Army, how information works, how code is written, how secrets are kept, how things are organized.
Yeah, I was in INSCOM, Intelligence Security Command, and we were SIG Inc. So everything we intercepted, we sent to the NSA. So I had a pretty interesting perspective on things. So
and on, so obviously the Q drops look legitimate military to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's either that or it's something even above. It could be spiritual. I'm betting on AI and quantum computing with some spiritual factor put in and a lot of military intelligence.
Do you believe, they say it's less than 10, do you believe there is an organization of men or women that are behind this, that are white hats, that are really cleaning up the world at the end of the day?
Yes.
I mean, dude.
Who do you think is in charge of our military in this whole thing?
I will say this. If there's one guy who could do it and pull it off, his name would be General Michael Flynn.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet this guy in Dallas. I mean, I've heard so much about the guy.
You're going to love him, and he's every bit as genuine in person as you think he might be. He is truly a decent, good man. But he's got the background and the integrity, and don't forget, he ran the organization that oversaw the other 17 three-letter agencies. So if anybody has access to all of it, it would be Michael Flynn.
That's what I've gathered so far. And the guy is, he sounds like a hero to me.
He's one of my personal heroes, and I don't take that lightly. Him and Boone Cutler, absolutely.
I've heard that name a lot too, Boone Cutler. We got to get with him.
You've got to read all three of their books before you go to Dallas, or otherwise you've got to read those books before you shake Michael's hands. He wrote those books to wake us up and show us how to dig, how to use critical thinking, how to use discernment.
Scott, our very first show, somebody asked me what I thought Q is. And this is how I answered it. And I've answered it ever since. I said, I believe that the military took over the government somehow from an international standpoint. They allowed these morons to continue to run the country domestically, knowing it would fall into chaos. They got the world in order so that we weren't attacked. They made sure our assets around the globe were protected. And now the master plan is unfolding before our eyes. Am I far off?
You're it's kind of like describing the word marketing. It means something different to everybody when you say it.
Sure.
The Q ops, the way I describe it is I don't. I ask the Socratic method. I ask questions.
Yeah.
And so when somebody if they were to ask me, I'd say, you're like the fourth person this week that's brought this up. Now you're making me curious. What have you been hearing?
Right.
Because what I want to do is get them talking to find out how much of this they see and how they see the world. And in fact, I'm not promoting, but we built a website just to wake people up by themselves without somebody hammering in their ear. So the trick is to get the mouse into the maze. The mouse will find the cheese as long as you keep them curious long enough.
You have a website, you said?
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah. So what is the website?
We're rebuilding it as we speak, but it's magazine, SCENE.us.
Okay.
And I wrote in week 2 of this, back in November of 17, I wrote an article that went everywhere on the internet called The Socratic Method for Red Pilling Family and Friends Without Pissing Them Off.
Wow.
And well, my background after I got in the military was in sales and marketing, and I wound up training salespeople on the Socratic method of selling to help people make their own decisions. So it anchors, and the same thing applied as soon as I saw the Q drops, which is you can't force the red pill. You can only dangle it.
Listen
You
right
think
here,
Mickey's
Scott.
going to
I
be
don't know
successful
I don't know
selling?
if you can see it.
Selling Q juice.
I've been drinking the Q juice now for a month straight.
Well, the reason I've been wanting to get you two on my show is I do a lot on cognitive dissonance and helping people understand what it is, why it's real, and how to help others work through it. I'm looking at 2 guys who could use my help right now. You two have ingested 8 years of pain in 8 weeks. And
Yeah,
so
there you
I
go.
will guarantee you got stuff going on in your subconscious mind. It's going to start acting like a cornered raccoon in a little bit
Yeah.
because what you're sending in there fucks with its operating system.
No,
And so when it starts,
I'm feeling it, man.
yeah,
well, what happens is when it starts to get a hint of realization that what you're feeding it might be true, then it goes back into its formative years from the time you were born to you were 7. And that's what built its operating system. The subconscious mind only exists for one person or one reason, and that's to outlive anything, including us. So once it builds these subroutines that work, it sticks with those subroutines. And what the Great Awakening has done is it went in and operated or messed with our operating system. And so I red pilled myself to 9/11 15 years ago. It took 4 months before I could function again because it literally wiped out my hard drive.
Scott, you were PJW just came in the room and said, Mickey, Scott has actually been queued. Ask him about that. What does that mean? You've been queued.
They referenced my Twitter account on things that videos I had posted. I'd like on one. I actually on X. I said, "Hey, Team Q, tomorrow would be a great day for a little housekeeping. Why don't you clean up your website on your webpage on the Chan boards and put the placeholders back up?" 23 hours later, they cleaned up the page and put the placeholders back up.
Wow. So I would like to send a message to Q right now, see if he gets it. Dude, you got to tell us who you are.
Dude or dudettes?
Whoever,
right?
bro.
Yeah.
Whoever.
No, absolutely not.
I'm kidding.
No, that's the one thing we would never do is try to dox whoever pulled this off.
I'm kidding, man.
Yeah.
Scott, listen, we're going to, if you
Dude,
please,
we'd be honored to be on your show, by the way.
if you could please, and if you have, we apologize. We're trying to figure this out, and we're doing a live 2-hour show every day on stuff we don't know about. But if you could please send us an email to abovetherabbithole@gmail.com. It's above.
Get my number from Dave or Joe.
You got it, bro. Matt or I'll call you today. We'll set something up for the next couple of weeks. And oh man, I'd love to have you in one of our Q schools too.
Yeah,
every month.
That'd be a
every
blast,
Monday
man.
we do Q school.
We can make that
I
happen.
know enough to be dangerous. We'll say that. But
that's what we're looking for. Scott, great to meet you, man. Can't
Thanks,
wait
man.
to talk again.
All right,
bro.
guys. Hey, stay humble and keep your energy. You guys are going to go big in this. I can tell you right now.
Thank you, man. That means
Thank
a
you.
lot.
See you guys. Nice meeting you.
You too, man. Dude.
That's awesome, man.
Hold on. I want to share with the audience this stuff in real time because it's emotional. Like the 3 or 4 biggest, most knowledgeable guys in this world are watching us every day. Matt?
Yeah, man. Dude, I said the other day. I mean,
What is happening?
We had Matrix Codebreaker on the show.
Yeah.
And he was talking to us off air.
Yeah.
Just about how he went through it alone. I mean, and had to figure it out and just maybe think how lucky we are to not only have the biggest minds in this leading us along, but we've got this great support system of people in our chat room every single day and calling into the show that are helping us through all this. So it's amazing.
Another $10 from Sly Fishbone 70. Great show. Beer at the Parade is awesome. So, Matt, we are just, I mean, you know what I feel like, honestly? Like, you know how I like to talk in analogies and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we showed up at a nightclub, right? And the place is banging. Women are beautiful. Dudes are cool. Everything's awesome. And we're in the very back and we're looking up front and you see all the VIP tables and all the players and all the movers and shakers are hanging. And somebody just turned around and looked at us and went, come on up front.
Yeah. Come on, sit in the VIP section with us.
Dude, not only are we at the VIP section, we're at the front table.
Right.
Like they brought us to the front table of this thing.
Yep.
And the stage is the world. We have a front row seat to all this.
We do. We got News Trees and Dave here. But speaking of which, Dave, thank you for gracing us with your presence, dude.
Oh, God, I didn't think you were going to go to me that quickly.
Of course we did, man.
Sitting there having lunch.
You're royalty in this world. We don't make you wait. You want us to put you on hold so you can finish your sandwich?
No, I just want to say you guys don't want to live in any world where I'm royalty. I'll just tell you that much.
Dave, please, man. So Rambo said earlier, you're a master of the 60,000 man army, all of this. I know this is tough. We're bringing you in, and where are we? We have 40 minutes left in the show.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, give us an overview of what the 60,000 man army, why it's so important, and how it matters in the big plan.
Yeah. Well, I actually want to give credit to Mike King, who I believe you met. Anyway.
I've never met Mike, I don't believe. heard about him. He's a legend. He's a genius. I have not. I
That's
don't
right.
think-
It was a different event. He wasn't there that weekend,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
will meet him.
Can't wait.
He's been studying true history for like 30 years. So he kind of crosses over between teaching true history and also he writes about Q. So
Right.
he has a unique niche. So we've been working together for about a year. And about a year ago, no, 2 years ago, maybe a little bit before, actually been working for 2 years, I should say. He dug out an article that I had not heard anyone else talking about. So at this point, keep in mind, we're already kind of speculating about people being replaced, Biden not being Biden, you know, all these different psyops. And he brought in, so you also have to understand one thing, just some context. There are certain publications that we've learned over the years that the Q team and the military will plant stories in. Like we know if it comes from here, like, wait, take a look here because they plant stuff. Newsweek happens to be one of them. Newsweek will come off as this like cabal mainstream, but they plant stories. So
yeah.
what he identified is there is an article, and ironically, it was published on May 17th. There's your second clue of, I believe, 2021. I don't remember the exact year.
Yeah.
But the long story short is a group of journalists using Pentagon, some declassified papers, interviews, and everything else, identified that the Pentagon, and it was revealed around 2012, same year that Trump started talking, same year that Charlie Kirk founded Turning Point, same year Truth Social was registered as a domain, even though it didn't go live for 10 years. A lot of things happened in 2012. They have this program called, the article refers it to as the Pentagon's 60,000 man secret army. The technical name of it, I believe, is called the Signature Reduction Program. And what they've identified is that the Pentagon, the United States military and the Pentagon has a force. They created a force of over 60,000 people that are basically off the books. They're not Army, they're not Navy, they're not CIA, they're not
Now, I assume it was
NSA.
military, but this isn't military.
It's a Pentagon program, and that's as much as we know.
Right.
But it details, you know what, dude? Give me literally 1 second. I got to
Sure.
around here.
Yeah, do whatever.
We got some Pentagon stuff we want to show, by the way, today.
Yeah, dude.
Just the 9/11 stuff. We got to get to that because it's popped up not only in your.
My apologies, man.
mine too. No
That's
worries,
okay,
Dave.
buddy. Go ahead,
Yeah.
man. Pick right up where you were.
So what they identified is that there are 60,000 people, both overseas and domestically, that are operating under completely created identities. And what
so
they
they're
did,
basically they're like what the CIA would have called a spook. Nobody knew who it was. They're
but to a whole nother level. In other
Okay.
words, this article details that they will actually, you could look one of these people up. You will find, if they're 50 years old, you'll find high school graduation records. You'll find prom pictures. You'll find social media.
and it's
you'll
all
find-
fake.
It's all fake.
Holy
They have
shit.
people that will actually manage their finances, manage their mail. They even talk about how some of them operate in masks. Some of them even wear skin-like gloves that will actually work with biometrics, will actually put off oils, right?
So you
So-
could also put fake fingerprints in those gloves, things like that, correct?
Right. So basically, they
Crazy.
could go and travel under their regular identity, and there's not a single biometric or anything in the world that will catch them, right?
That's
so I think you're starting to
crazy.
get where I'm going, where I put my rant, that there's a very strong, our theory is Charlie Kirk, as we know, never actually existed.
Was part of the 60,000 man army.
Right. And so,
Dude.
and we'll get, I'll walk you through all the detail and everything at some point on the show. I'd love to do that.
Got me salivating for more, Dave.
Are you available Monday, Dave?
I think I should be. We do have friends in town, but I think Joe and I can make it happen. I'm going to talk to him about that. It should work.
Imagine if we get them both
Oh
on.
my God.
Yeah.
Our heads
Yeah.
will explode.
But yeah, the reason I think it's so important is because a lot of people look at some of the stuff that we say, you know, about these. Now, one other thing I should add: 60,000 is what they tell us.
Right.
Now, also keep in mind, if you believe in Q theory, this is a worldwide operation. So now imagine every country has
Having
one of these.
60,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it suddenly doesn't become crazy to think that you could watch a stadium full of people and 75 or even 100% of them could be actors.
Aren't even real.
So that's where, you know, that's one of the things I think it's actually, as far as like Q school, what you guys are doing, I think it's a very important early thing to understand, because when
Let's
you
get
kind of
into
wrap
it.
your head around that,
Yep.
then all the other stuff we say doesn't become so crazy anymore. It becomes
Yeah.
actually not only possible but plausible. So it's a fascinating thing, and I was fortunate enough to stumble on it, a couple of years ago, and it helped just reinforce what we already were speculating on a lot of this stuff.
Fascinating, man.
It's
I mean, how did word? Can you briefly say how word got out about it? How did people find out about it?
Well, it was published in Newsweek. Now, again,
wow.
Right. And it was published again on May, exactly on May 17th, right? Those little clues, and you start to dig into it. And again, it's by no means what I say every last thing in the article is completely true. But when you start to dive in and do a little research on it, I've not been able to debunk it yet. And typically, the way military intelligence agencies work, right? The concept of a limited hangout, right?
Sure.
What they tell you is just enough, and it's not everything.
Right.
So start to think about, well, they're already telling you that they have 60,000 people. They're telling you they can create false identities. They're telling you, when we joke around and we say, hey, whenever we talk about Charlie Kirk not dying, there's somebody in the chat that went to high school with one of the people that got shot. Well, that's how that can happen, right? Because they literally, you'll look these people up. You look up some of these people that have been these false flags, and you'll find Facebook profiles and friends of friends and comments on their wall. Well, that's called not signature reduction. It's called legacy mapping.
It's called
legacy. Yeah, legacy mapping is the actual term.
Yeah.
Where when they have to create a persona, and keep in mind, some of these personas might be created 10, 15, 20 years before they even come into the spotlight.
Crazy.
Right? It's not just like we do it and you're going to go out and do something
that can
tomorrow.
include some of our assassins, maybe our assassins, and wow. Yeah.
It could include it likely includes a lot of people that you look at on your television every day, like a Charlie Kirk.
Dave, I want to ask you one other question. Do you think there are major players in the mainstream media that are white hats that are just waiting? Are the Sean Hannitys, the Jesse Waters, whoever? I'm just making up names. I'm using Fox. But are there guys in place that when this really starts to go down, they're read in and they can actually start delivering it to the country?
Absolutely. Sean Hannity's mentioned in the Q drops.
Really?
There are a number of journalists, Sean Hannity, Sarah Carter, John Solomon, Catherine Herridge, who was just fired from. Yeah, she was fired from CBS. No, she wasn't fired. She was moved for a new role. Tucker wasn't fired from Fox.
Right.
Yeah.
He was released for a new role. Look, I would even argue guys like Gutfeld. No, I'm not saying he's read in, but he knows.
They know. I get it.
My personal opinion is I think we would all be shocked to realize how many people in the mainstream media know about what we're talking about.
And they're just quiet.
Anything. Yeah.
What, real quick, and we'll let you get out of here. Are you doing Joe's show today with him?
No, I have to record a show at 2 p.m.
Okay.
So,
real quick, I just wanted to ask you the Bill Maher thing, where he came out and basically called out Q for the first mainstream media guy to really do it and say, look, we owe him an apology. They were on this stuff. He still thinks some of it's crazy, like normies. Did that shock you that a guy like him would do it?
No, because it's been my theory for a long time that he's been working for the White Hats for quite a while.
I do too.
He's been talking a lot of sense for a long time.
I have not seen a mainstream media guy slow drip his beliefs over 2 or 3 years in front of his audience. He has turned what was a flaming liberal audience into at least a moderate, clear thinking audience that is starting to analyze this from both sides.
Now it's not a popular take in the movement because Q made him look like a pedophile.
Right. The red shoes, all that stuff. I get it.
It's never that simple.
Right.
You would actually maybe, let's say he is an operator or somebody like him. Doesn't have to. You can't just say, well, I'm just going to send in an operator and they're going to trick these guys. You have to sell it.
Yeah.
It's not that clean of a business. But either way, you could decide what you want on that. Whether he's been a white hat or they flipped him.
Yeah.
But it's you start to learn as you study this stuff that the military doesn't leave anything to chance, right? If this is truly an information war and it's designed to wake people up, well, you're not just going to hope that a Joe Rogan or a Bill Maher decides to go. Let me just hope that he takes his 20 million viewers with them for 2 years.
Yeah.
You're not going to hope that. You don't leave that to chance. You're going to design it that way.
I love it. Dave, you're the best, bro. Let us know about Monday today if you can.
I will.
And we'll make, and dude, we're honored to have you on, man. Thank
Appreciate
you so
you, Dave.
much, bro.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Keep up the great work, guys. I'm enjoying watching it.
Thanks so much. Dude, that still flips me out when those guys say, you know, like, we love watching your show. I'm
Oh.
like, you guys are the masters.
I know.
But you know what I think it is, honestly? I've said this before. I just think the way we talk about it is refreshing for them because we still have this idea that, like, some of this is insane. And I think we're explaining. By the way, click the top of the chat room there, Matt, where it says, no, up top, show comments on stage. That little button next to it, that should refresh. Oh, no, that shows all of them on the screen.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know it. We should leave that. Anyway, dude, getting back to this, I mean, these guys are just, they're so good at what they do that it almost seems to me that this show would be boring to them. But I'm starting to figure out why it's not, because what we're doing is taking all of their work and introducing it to people.
Yeah, in bite-sized chunks that are palatable for people who have no idea what is happening.
Bingo.
Like me.
Yes, and then these people will venture to them and their back catalog to learn this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and we're doing it with them.
By the way, Matt, we got a couple more people on the line.
But
here.
I got to say this: 1,100 people in the room. Please smash the like button. We're at 4:30.
That would help us tremendously. Thank you guys for being here. Let's go to Shelly. Shelly, you're on Above the Rabbit Hole.
She's been here forever. Are you there, Shelly?
Thank you for waiting for us, Shelly.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm following Dave. I didn't even do my hair.
Well, luckily your camera's not
A
on.
few
So
things. First, I'll be calling. Whenever I call in, just know, absolutely love your show. We're getting that out of the way so I don't have to say it anymore because today I have a few questions.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. Thank
so I read a post a couple of weeks ago, and the guy, it was just called Easing into Q, and how grateful he was that Q gave us their eating children at the beginning so that everything else would get us digging, wake us up, and prepare us for the rest of the stuff that's coming out,
That's the
right?
way I
Because
feel. I felt like hit me with that news right up front. That's kind of where I jumped in.
Me too.
Yeah.
yeah, so that was huge. And then Stormy Joe just dropped a post today that said, and I'm just paraphrasing, watch Epstein, everything's happening in the background. And then we get news that the Epstein Ranch, Zorro Ranch in New Mexico has sold. And the guy is the new buyer apparently wants to turn it into a Christian retreat center. And I'm like, man, I would just put an overhead sign that says cemetery, get the tax write-off because there's all kinds of bodies buried there. But
I'm
okay,
sure.
second,
Yeah.
the cartoons. That's the main, kind of the main reason I'm calling. You have to be mentally prepared when you go down that rabbit hole.
Well, look, that's so funny you say that, Shelly, because that was one of my algorithm videos I was going to show. I've got it all loaded up here, so we'll probably show it in a minute. But go ahead, Shelly.
Well, hold on, Shelly. Show
Okay,
it
so
right
my
now, Matt.
question here is we've got Warner Brothers, for example, that's who put out that picture I sent you. But then you've got Disney and all the stuff that they have put out for decades and decades and decades. Okay, so the Q drops. They mention knowingly, 13 different drops that have the word knowingly in it. And one drop has knowingly 4 times. Knowingly. So they knowingly did this, right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't we do a class action lawsuit with the Q community and do something? Because they knowingly were sending us subliminal messages that we then pass down to our kids.
Well, I don't know if I'm in a position to answer that, like, honestly, but emotionally, I'll answer it this way. I think we could.
I wonder what it would take to actually prove that in court, you know?
Well,
how
it's
difficult
interesting.
that would
Well,
be.
somebody had to draw the picture. Somebody had to repeatedly draw the picture. Isn't that how you do it with the cartoon? You just keep drawing at a different
That's how
thing,
they
and then
used to do it. Yeah, now it's done graphic.
yeah. So they knowingly did it, and then the bigwigs knowingly converted it all into film and knowingly streamed it into our living room
Yeah,
or our
it's
family room.
Shelly, it's all
some
crazy.
crazy stuff. Yeah, we're going to show it here in a moment.
Shelly,
Okay, and then
yes,
I
ma'am.
don't follow the music world, but for some reason, Britney Spears keeps flashing up in front of my algorithms.
Right.
And I remember,
Shelly, let me say this about Britney Spears. I believe that poor girl was a victim. I don't
exactly. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
about 10 years ago, when she was going through all of that stuff, somebody was interviewing her, whatever, and said, when is your next concert? And she said, I have not performed in years. That's a clone. And nobody followed up on it. There was nothing ever anything done on it, right? So I just see an article the other day.
Really?
She says those words, yes. So then the other day, an article comes across my desk, and it was Britney Spears now released from all of her contracts under the condition she, and it was in parentheses, does not perform again.
Right.
So is that Britney or the clone?
Right. I mean, it's bizarre, Shelly. And, hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it. I mean, I think the secret right now, here's what I'm hoping, is the world is waking up and different people are going to care about different things. And there's not going to be one moment where we all go, okay, where's that list? Okay, 9/11, George Bush's, you die. All right, what's next? The Pentagon. Okay, Rumsfeld, you get in the hole. It's not going to be like that. I believe as this information starts to unfold, brilliant people will grab things and they will deal with each individual.
And it's going to lead them to other things,
And
just
it's
like
gonna-
our
yeah.
algorithm is doing to us right now. And hopefully you guys can help us understand things.
I think the Great Awakening. I think the Great Awakening, Shelly, is upon us. I think people like yourself are proving it every day, and we cannot thank you enough for calling and listening. We got to jump. There's more people, but Shelly, thank you so much.
Thank you. Good job. Keep going.
Thank you,
Appreciate
dear.
you.
Take care. I'd love to have her as my alarm clock with a voice that happy and peppy. Get up, Mickey. Get up. Start your day. Let's go to Brian, then we'll get back into the show, buddy.
All right, Brian, you're on Above the Rabbit Hole, buddy. Where are you calling from?
Savannah, Georgia. Can you hear me all right?
Georgia, I can hear you loud and clear, man.
All right, I just want to preface, I am sitting outside and I work by the airport, so if you hear a plane go off, there's been some military traffic around today.
Gotcha.
But what I wanted to call in a couple days ago, and I just kind of forgot, and I called into Dave and Rambo on Friday nights. I'm former military, former Army. I put it out there. I don't mind putting my face up and my real name. I've been a part of the Bin Laden mission, so I got some insight on that.
Wow.
Afterwards, I'll send you guys an email. We can talk offline if you guys have any kind of questions on that.
Hell yeah.
But I wanted to throw you down a rabbit hole that I went down early on. And William Cooper, have you heard of him?
I don't think so.
I know.
Okay, so William Cooper is the OG of the Red Pillars back when he had to go on shortwave radio. We're talking before internet.
Right.
He predicted that they were going to pin some big event on Bin Laden about 6 months before 9/11, and about 3 months before. And
did what's his face, right?
Who are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Okay, so he calls Alex Jones a lie.
Okay.
He had a beef with Alex. William Cooper was around before Alex Jones.
Got it.
All right. And they killed William Cooper after 9/11.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, he wrote the book Behold a Pale Horse. That's a good read. He started off kind of in the UFO conspiracy thing, and then he kind of realized that he was duped into that. He was actually a naval intelligence officer. But his show was called An Hour of the Time, and he does about a 36-hour different thing, and it's on Spotify, and it's called it's like Mystery Religion or the Mystery of Babylon or something like that. And that kind of ties into this New World Order cabal that's been going on for thousands of years. So I want you to kind of look into that rabbit hole, because that'll blow your mind. And it blew mine, and I already was in tune with all this stuff. And this guy was talking about it. I'm talking a decade ago.
Right.
So he does an interview on CNN. You can find that on YouTube. Where he sits down for about an hour, and you can kind of get a good grasp of what he's about. And I mean, they tried to take him out in automobile accidents. He's lost his leg. So he knew that they were on to him, but he never quit.
That's incredible. Brian, just curious, in what capacity were you involved? Whatever you can talk about, obviously. But
So I'm an aircraft mechanic. So we used aircraft. I was involved with the aircraft and the recovery operations of an aircraft that unfortunately did not make it back from that. I worked at a base that's north of Las Vegas, so you can pretty much imagine what that base is, and worked with some stuff. Now I'm going to tell you I'm going to give you a little peek here, and we can talk about more of this offline. And I'm not going to say the organization that I was working with, and I'm not going to say the person. But this person liked to drink wine and liked to have talk when he was drinking his wine. And he was pretty high up there in an organization, and his wife apparently worked as a pastry chef for the Clintons. And one night in like 2009, and this is before any of this baby eating shit was coming out, like 2009, he told a bunch of us that his wife worked at the White House. And one of my buddies says, "Oh, I bet you got some good stories." He goes, "My wife, Hillary, liked her girls young. My wife said they used to sneak them in through the kitchen." And we looked at this dude like he was smoking crack, because we're like, "What's this guy talking about?" We dismissed it. And then years later, when Pizzagate came out, I was sitting at my kitchen table. I'm like, holy crap.
Wow,
dude.
Dude told us some crap.
That's insane, Brian.
That's funny you say that, because I recently heard that it was like, allegedly Hillary liked the ladies.
Yeah.
And Bill mostly liked the dudes.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
And I'll tell you something, and I don't know, and I can't vouch for it, I can't say, and I don't have any inside information, but as far as the secret Pentagon Army, I have some friends that I was in the military with, and we were special operations, and other special operations recruit from within, because you already have the clearances and all that.
Right.
I have friends that left the unit, went to somewhere else, and I've seen them later. They don't talk about anything, but I do know that they've given, when they left, I was, one of my buddies, somebody told me, he goes, "I don't even get paid by the government anymore." He goes, "I get paid by some corporation." So like, there is something out there.
Interesting.
There, people do go places, and even though that, like, these dudes are my best friends, I know enough not to ask.
Yeah.
They ain't going to tell me.
Sure.
The stuff goes on. It is. When you see
I can't wait to do a deep dive with Dave, man. I mean, it sounds fascinating.
But I'll send you guys my contact. You said Above the Rabbit Hole at
Brian,
Gmail?
listen. Yeah, listen, buddy. Send everything to abovetherabbithole@gmail.com. On X, it's Above Rabbit Hole. No the. So, dude, thank you for calling. These stories are amazing, and we'll be in touch, brother.
Appreciate
it.
Brian.
Like I says, I don't mind sharing what I can, and I won't give up anything, but at this point, I mean, they made a movie out of this stuff, and they gave a lot of information away in that movie that somebody did. And it was,
I hear you, bro.
And I ain't worried about them coming from me either, so who cares?
All right, brother. Thanks for the call,
buddy.
man.
All right, hey, I love you guys, man, and I've been with you since your first expression on Rambo there, Mickey, so I've been following you ever since then.
That's
Thanks,
awesome,
bro. I
man.
appreciate it.
All right, man. You guys have a great afternoon, man.
See you, buddy.
See you, bud. Dude,
I want to play this Disney video that we were talking about, because it's wild.
Go ahead, brother.
What were you going to say? I think
I just, this community, Matt, every day we do these shows, and then I know you're driving home afterwards, and it's just like, how is this happening? Like, what is happening to us?
Yeah, we appreciate the support for sure.
And smash that like button, everybody. If we can get over 500, that's huge for us. And I want everybody that's a fan of this show to know something. Because of you all, because of the chat room, because of the likes, because of the donations, because of the viewership, we are on, is this episode 29?
It's 30.
30. Today is 30. We have made the top 50 leaderboard 22 times.
I think it's more than that.
I thought 24 times out of 30. 24 times we have made it in our first 30 shows, and it's because of you guys. And the fact that, me and Matt are awesome. All right, buddy, let's play. Stay humble, my friend.
Yeah. So let's watch this Disney stuff, man. This was mind-blowing to me when it popped up on the algorithm here.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Up to Neverland.
where is it? Old Cannibal Cove.
Cannibal Cove, Little St. James Island, right? That's looked exactly like what he was looking at.
I'm collecting stupid little boys, and I take them to Pleasure Island. No, there's no risk. They never come back.
Do you remember that in the cartoon? I remember that.
I remember it.
And then now when you see this, it's like it was Pinocchio, right? Was this Pinocchio?
Was that Pinocchio, or
Where he
is that,
steals the boys and takes them to Pleasure Island and they never come back?
is that Pinocchio?
I think it's Pinocchio. Yeah.
Boys!
Boys.
Carefully matching every child to their ideal monster.
Okay, real quick. So,
Monsters Inc.
yeah. So adrenochrome,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What is adrenochrome? It's supposedly the elites are taking this and it has psychedelic effects and or life lengthening properties to it.
Yep.
Well, in this movie, in Monsters Inc., they power it with children's fear, right?
To produce superior screen, refined into clean, dependable energy.
I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die, and I'll silence anyone who gets in my way!
Baby in the oven. How about that? There's more. Wow.
Listen,
You know, Q said symbols will be their downfall. Right?
children will reunite the world, or will unite the world.
Yeah.
Listen, I think playtime is over, and I think that the cat's out of the bag. So I don't even want to hear anymore about proving this shit. People that don't want to accept it just don't want to accept it. Now, I'm not going against my own words, which were be patient with the normies. That's not what I mean. But Matt, we have to start getting this out to the normies, which is what we were put here for.
Yeah, I mean that's our goal. That's our mission statement, right?
I know for a fact there are people that watch this show now that had no idea what any of this shit was before. They reach out. People on the left that were staunch liberals, like staunch, are now like,
they're at least taking a look.
they're like,
which is
they're
amazing.
doing this thing. You know how people go like this? I don't want to believe you, but you know, it's like, you ever had a friend that comes to you and he's like, psst, listen, bro, you know, I love you, dude, but your girl's cheating on you. And he's like, what are you talking about, asshole? And you're like, dude.
Yeah, they want to be in denial about it.
I don't know what to say to you. I feel horrible.
I'm telling because I love you.
I
right?
love you,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
This is happening.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same kind of thing. None of it. Dude, we all grew up on Disney movies. Like Mickey Mouse, dude. My name's Mickey. You know how many times I've been called Mickey Mouse?
Right.
You know what a fan I am of some of those movies? Like, it's heartbreaking. But then I say this to myself. Okay. I think about Disney probably employs, I'm guessing, I don't know. Let's just say 50,000 people in the world. I think 48,000 of them are probably great people, think they're working for a wonderful company. Just have no idea.
Yeah.
They're in there fixing the goddamn engines that make the rides run and everything else. This is who they're working for.
I don't even
man.
have the video for this, but then you got the people who are claiming that there's like tunnels underneath of
Well,
these parks.
I got to
and,
tell you something about
oh
Disney.
my God, trafficking going on.
Dude, I don't know if you really understand Disney in Florida. It's a city underneath of it. You never see employees. You never see product moving around, do you? You ever been to Disney?
Once, a long time
The
ago.
only thing you see is joy. Everything that happens is underground. All the transports, they bring it up, boom, walk right out of a building. You're right there. You
Yeah, it's
deliver the
massive.
food. Dude,
Yeah.
and it's so the city underneath it. I have one of my best friends in the whole world. I'm going to get him on one day. He worked for Disney, and he'll talk to us about it. He might have to be anonymous, but he told me about the underground cities.
It's crazy. You know what's interesting, man? I got to point this out too. Thank you guys for what we have so many people watching right now. I think they jammed up I can't even see the new comments in our software.
I
can't even put them up anymore.
I think that has something with a button you hit or something. I swear, buddy.
I don't think so, but we'll look into it.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but because I'm still on mine, bro, and we are. I mean, this is
no. In Rumble, it's fine. We can see it all in Rumble. We just can't see it. I can't bring it into the show.
$1 from Mrs. Macro Tool Breaker. Y'all are doing great. I'm glad you enjoy my husband's intro. I hope you eventually have him back on.
Oh, we will.
In fact, this Friday, because we tried last week, make sure that Macro is ready to go. Get his ass settled, good connection, and we're going to spend time with him and play his music. Also from GE Chalk, rematch tomorrow, pretty video. Don't come around here no more.
Tom Petty?
Petty video. Don't come around here no more. Rewatch the Tom Petty video.
We'll have to bring that in. Yeah.
Just making sure I get to everybody.
I was just going to say, we might have to do a part 2 to this show tomorrow. You know that?
I'm good.
There's so much stuff that we and it's great that we didn't get a chance to show up because we had so many great conversations with amazing people in the show today. I'm kind of glad.
Look what Rambo just did in the chat room. Did you read it?
Yeah. Who thinks Rambo $10? Who thinks Mickey and Matt should join Rambo and friends today? Patrick had to bail. Honestly, just wanted to invite you guys, and at the bottom of it's cut off.
Yeah, it said no pressure. Love y'all.
I would love to be on the show. I'm going to have to make plans because my Wednesdays just suck right now. So can we make plans, Rambo? Let me know if we can make plans for me to join you. But
I'll do it.
Mickey will do it for sure.
I love doing these things, man.
And I'm honored that you would ask. So
Rambo, I'm in,
love
brother.
to do it.
I need my 15 minutes after our show so I can grab a quick sandwich, eat, and I'll be right. I'll join you right in, bro.
Amazing.
If that's good, let me know.
Yeah. We're going to rate him too. But yeah, I think part 2 of this show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are we going to move what we had and
dude,
jump into part 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you something else, Matt. Like, I don't want to let go what's happening in real time past. And Matt, you run the show, all the technical stuff, and I get to pay a little more attention to the Matt. What's happening? Our audience is really becoming a thing, and we're becoming a thing, and it's wild. And so when Rambo says, "Can you do my show?" It's not even a question.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah. And Matt, listen, a lot of people don't know this about Matt. Can I tell them secret behind everything?
What's
a lot of people don't know this. Matt is married to a very beautiful woman. Matt has a very beautiful child.
I lucked out.
They're both brilliant, awesome people. Now, what a lot of you don't know is that Matt is completely kept under lock and key. He has to be home by 3 o'clock
Get
every
out.
day to do all of his
I
chores.
would never say that about my wife.
No. She's right, by the way, because Matt doesn't do anything at home. So she makes him. No, I'm kidding about all this.
No, it comes down to volleyball practice.
I got it. Yeah,
is what it
your
is for
daughter,
me.
by the way, this is crazy. This tiny little thing that she is. By the way, one of the most beautiful little people I've ever laid my eyes on.
Thank you.
She's like a phenom volleyball player.
Yeah, she loves it, man.
And her team's
She's
awesome.
got a killer team.
Yeah. And so this is like a big deal, you guys. And I love that you support her.
Yeah, she's on a travel team, so it's a lot this time of season. My Wednesdays are, but I'm going to make arrangements if Rambo will have me another day. We'll do the show together.
Rambo would have you any day. Can't
Would
wait
love
for
that,
him.
man. Would
Trust
be
me,
honored.
and I want you to do it without me.
Yeah,
because I know I won't shut up, but I want you to go through it.
Yeah.
With those guys.
It sounds good to me.
Yeah, they'll love doing you, bro. Like I know that sounds very P Diddy, but dude, they're gonna love having you.
No, I love it too, man. I'll enjoy the heck out of it.
Yeah, you better sit on a pillow because your ass is gonna hurt after this one, dude. No doubt about it, man. You know what's funny is we're only getting in the chat room in StreamYard. It's from one person.
Yeah, right. And then, but we're getting everything through Rumble. We can see everything.
Yeah, everything's coming through Rumble. But the people on X, we can't see you because the StreamYard thing's weird. Yeah. All right, buddy.
Do you want to do one more? Or you want to save it for tomorrow?
Let's do one more. Let's go. We'll raid Rambo early.
God, you know what? This one we got loaded up here, man.
Yep.
I feel like we're going to need more time to talk about that. Let me see if I
You're
got.
right.
Let me see if I got a quick one here that we can do. Oh, I got a kind of a fun one.
Go ahead, buddy.
And
Whenever you're ready.
and Liz actually gave this to me. Let me see if I can find it very quickly here. So, have you heard of a guy called Uncle Pappy online? This is a
No.
comedian thing too, so you'll probably like this. Let me see if I can find this quickly.
Yeah.
There's a guy online that calls himself Uncle Pappy, right?
Okay.
We're talking about clones and people
Sure.
dying, is quote unquote dying, and then we think they're still alive. Supposedly, this guy Uncle Pappy, people think that he's Robin Williams. That Robin Williams is still alive.
Let's see it.
It seems I can't make a video without people comparing me to Robin Williams, and that man brings a damn tear of joy to my eye. I love him so much, man. So I'm gonna do a little Robin impression for y'all, okay? This is Robin Williams talking to me about swimming with the alligators. Let me see now.
Let's hear it, Teddy.
Pappy, you swim with the alligators. If you get attacked, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's a grand adventure. I don't know, man. Go easy on me. I'm just tired.
It seems.
What do you think so far? That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Liz is convinced that's Robin Williams. I'm not as convinced, but she thinks that's Robin Williams.
Is there more more
there's
footage?
You can't make a video without people
great
making a video about him being Robin Williams. Well, I'm the people because I've been the one
And it's actually it's interesting what he says about
proving that he is Robin Williams for over a year now. And if you don't know who this guy is, well, he's Robin Williams, but he's also a internet social media persona, Uncle Pappy. And boy, am I going to show you some interesting things in this video. First, let me catch those of you up who haven't seen my old videos. And hey, funny how he's a president in a movie. We'll get to that one. Let me start where I usually finish, with those two exact dots in the exact alignment and the exact same spot on the right shoulder of Uncle Pappy and Robin. And there also just happens to be this exact discoloration on both Uncle Pappy and Robin in the exact same place. Wow, what an amazing coincidence. And wow, just in this very moment, in that last clip, I couldn't help but notice a scar on Robin's chin. Oh, kind of like that one on Uncle Pappy's. Yeah, sure you're not Uncle Pappy, Teddy. I mean, Robin. I mean...
We got to stop a minute.
Hold on. First of all, this video is insane.
Yeah.
But we just get a $500 rant.
Oh my God.
From CJ Linus. You guys are doing great, but you might have to rename your show to Barreling Down the Rabbit Hole. That's hilarious.
CJ Lioness, thank you kindly.
Wow.
That is amazing. And you just made both of our days.
Week.
Our week.
You made our
Yeah,
week. I can
please.
eat Sunday.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That is
Holy-
incredible. You guys don't know what that means to us.
Wow.
We were just talking off the show about, we're burning the candle at both ends here, man. You and I are working 20-hour days every day to make this happen and juggle everything in our lives. And that's just amazing. So thank you. Thank you kindly.
Dude. And then on top of this video, what happens? Like, go ahead, dude.
Yeah.
Play,
So he's showing the scar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blair. Say Blair because now he says he was using a filter and he's actually a dude called Blair. And a lot of you fell for it. But you want to know what's actually going on? He shapeshifted, like I've been saying they can.
He's saying he shapeshifted.
I'm standing up. I don't want to fall into this bullshit. I'd rather drop into it. Go ahead, bro.
And I'm going to prove it to you. First, let's watch.
Since I started making these videos, the most common question I get is, who am I? And I'm a pretty private, pretty secretive person, man. But there's a lot of theories, a lot of conspiracy theories. Even people think that because of my Robin Williams impression, that I'm Robin Williams, even though I'm sorry to say that I am not, folks. But you know what? I figured it's time to let y'all in a little bit, pull back the curtain so y'all ready, man, because here it goes. Hey, y'all, this is Blair, hanging out in sunny Central Florida.
Now, you might think it's ridiculous, but there's no filter used there. That's him shapeshifting because he's a fallen angel. Just tell us, you're just either not paying enough attention or you still think you're a spinning chimp living in outer space and you don't realize how much of a spiritual realm you live in. Now, before I show you some other things that might break the matrix for you, I want to remind you that the scar was on the supposed filtered face of older Uncle Pappy. No. And so was the facial discoloration that I pointed out. And like I said, they always tell us. Funny how he was elected president in a movie, but not only in Man of the Year, he literally played Teddy Roosevelt in the movie Night at the Museum. You know, Teddy Roosevelt, the 26th president who just happens to look strikingly like Robin Williams. The 26th president. And in the movie Jumanji, Robin Williams just happens to play a guy caught in a board game for 26 years. What an odd number. Almost as odd as Teddy Roosevelt and Robin Williams having the exact same 2 blemishes in the corner of their eye as each other.
I think he thinks this guy's drinking the youth juice here, right?
What an amazing, totally coincidental turn of events. Robin, Teddy. And do you remember this show, Mork and Mindy, MM, which is 33 backwards because a third of the angels fell? But do you remember this show? Well, do you remember part of the plot? And thank you to the lovely person that pointed this out to me. My buddy, TJ. Good job, TJ. But yeah, do you know a big part of the plot is how in Mork and Mindy, Mork experiences aging in reverse.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm buying into this whole he can drink youth juice and be Teddy Roosevelt yet, but man, this is some pretty deep stuff that he's figuring out here.
It's almost like they're trying to tell us something. It's almost like they're trying to tell us something. Oh, do you ever see where I showed what Robin's wife and Teddy's wife look like? Yeah, that's Robin's wife and that's Teddy's wife. If you can't see that, going back to Blair, you want to see something interesting? Well, the Blair House is the official president's guest house near the White House. And you know who created that? Well, Franklin Roosevelt did, who's Teddy's cousin. You know, Teddy and Franklin. And hey, there's Eleanor Roosevelt. Remember this movie where he's president in it? Well, I couldn't help but notice that his wife's name in the movie was Eleanor, a tribute to his cousin's wife. Oh, and if you missed my video on who Franklin Roosevelt is and Eleanor, well, that's a young Franklin. And, well, you can see, and hey, that's Eleanor, and that's Eva. She kind of looks a little Cuban, wouldn't you say? And good old 15th President James Buchanan and Anthony Hopkins, and well, we live among a bunch of fallen angels, my friends, and they've been deceiving humanity for centuries. And they're in all the positions of power. And
what are you making of all this, man?
I got to start watching different movies because I don't know what the hell's going on anymore, bro.
Just go follow Uncle Pappy on Instagram. Tell me what you think.
Well, I think it's something, you know, well, who doesn't want to know? You know, the thing with Robin Williams is he had like 4 voices he would go in and out of.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to correct something, and I know they feel awful. CJ Linus made the $500 donation, and it was a mistake. They meant to send 5. And I want you to know something, CJ. I totally understand. There's no offense. Don't apologize. Obviously, when we saw that, it affected us, but we get it.
We love it just as much. So
it is not a letdown to us.
Yep.
So we get it, man. Now, if just, you know, maybe another 100 people would donate $5, Matt, we wouldn't. No, I'm kidding. Listen, bro. Let's raid Rambo. Let's get back. And this is what we're going to do, everybody.
We're gonna freeze for a second while I do this, okay?
Yeah, do that. And then also do this. Come back tomorrow at noon, and we're picking the show right back up where we were. You agree?
Yeah. We didn't get to half the stuff, but that was a good thing because we got so many great calls and had so many cool people check in with us today. It was just an amazing show, and that's thanks to you guys. So thank you very much. So part 2 of What Don't We Know is coming up tomorrow at noon East. I hope you guys will join us for that. You want to raid Rambo here?
Yeah, but before we do, I want to tell everybody, please, if you are trying to lose weight or get healthy, please sign up for Feel Good. You can go to quitbeingfat.com. People are joining every day. I'm down about 7.5, 8 pounds now. and I feel good. I'm sleeping good. This is all I know. It's not a miracle cure. But I feel good. I'm eating less. I actually don't crave food the way I used to.
There's also a 90-day money-back guarantee.
That's
so
the thing.
You can try it risk-free.
Your money back.
Yep.
So it's incredible. Last thing, Genes 3. Here's my $5. Check out the series Dexter from Showtime.
Okay.
I've
One of
watched
my wife's
the first
favorites.
season.
Yeah.
I watched the first season and I loved it. Another $5 Stadium Zone. I'll start. 99 more need to donate 5 now. That's cute. And I love it. Thank you. But actually, it's 97 or 98. By the way, 9 and 8 is 17. All right, Matt, we'll see you tomorrow at noon, everybody. Listen, we love you more than you'll ever know. We're the 2 luckiest dudes in this world. And Matt, we got over 500 likes. We're at 527.
Thank you so much.
At one point, we had 1,100 people in this room. Thank you, everyone.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey, I do want to say this to the audience. Tomorrow, Matt, when we get into the Robin Williams thing, I want to talk about the depression side of it for a little bit because it's very important to me.
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
So we'll see everybody at noon.
See you guys tomorrow.
Another great day, everybody. Love you.
Let's rate him here.
Let's do it, brother. Let's get out of here. The man. Hit join. Did we hit join? You didn't, but that's okay. They're going. Yeah.